welcome back to Mr. and Mrs. I'm Shatara.
I'm Elise. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe below.
All right, welcome back, guys. So today we got a suggestion to talk about what women lose when they become in a relationship or something like that.
Yeah, so it was, what do women give up when they enter into marriage?
Marriage.
Yes.
Not just relationship.
No, it was marriage.
Okay.
So we kind of switched it up to relationships too, as I am not married. But I do feel like you still give up certain things when you enter into a relationship.
Absolutely.
As well. So we'll talk about.
And I'm not even going to say the person who gave us this suggestion, but I was surprised that it was a man, a family man, a great friend of ours and everything. But so he may be on a different episode, because then we'll talk about what guys feel like they give up in a marriage or relationship. But thanks for your suggestions, and we're always taking them. So yeah, send them in. So you ready?
Yeah.
So, okay. Relationship, period, married or not, I feel like people give up their time. Women give up their time. And when it comes, that's my first one. So when it comes to giving up your time, and some women have kids. So time is valuable. Time is precious. And I feel like that needs to be respected.
Agreed. So I was recently in a relationship, no longer in a relationship. And honestly, the first thing I said was, why you just waste my time for 4 months? Like, I got a whole baby. Like, I could have been doing other stuff. Like, I didn't have to be wasting my time with this person. I just feel like it was no longer genuine. And so then it was like, well, how long was it not genuine? But I really felt like you stole my time from me.
Wow.
So, I mean, time is huge. Like, that's literally something you cannot get back.
So that right there. And I feel like for women, like, that's when we give our time to somebody, like, you got to be special.
Yes.
I mean, especially if you're looking, we're talking about older relationships, not no young stuff, but even as being an older person or whatever, if you're out there, time is, if a woman give you her time, you got her attention.
Yes. And so I was talking to my sister-in-law earlier about this, because she asked me what was going on with the situation. And as we were talking, I was like, the thing is, I was single for 10 years, like almost 11 years. Yes, I was involved with people here and there, but nothing in a committed relationship. So for me to meet you and want to give my time to you and say that I'm in a committed relationship with you, like, you should have felt some kind of way about that. Yeah. And then you turned out to be not what I expected, and it was just like, I really wasted my time on this.
But let's don't look at it like that. You really didn't waste your time. You would waste your time if you felt like you could have changed him, and now you would have been in a relationship longer and realizing, okay, this is not who I really thought you were. Now I done wasted over a year. So when the signs showed themselves, you ended that relationship.
Okay.
So you didn't really waste your time. You went through the process of
You're right, because it actually
someone.
did teach me a couple things as well, that I was just like, oh, okay, maybe this was not a bad thing. I do still feel like time was wasted, but I also do feel like I learned a couple things as my older self.
Yeah, see?
And especially having a daughter as well. So I do think it taught me a couple things, but I still feel like time was wasted.
Well, of course, a little bit, but at least when the person showed their true colors, you know when to cut it. Yeah. And that's what you did.
Yeah. You're right. Okay.
So do you have one? No. What else do you feel like a woman gives up in a relationship?
I mean, I feel like you kind of give up a little piece of you. And I just say that because, again, being single for so long, I was used to only my schedule, things I have going on, things my daughter has going on, and it's like, then you get into a relationship and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to think about you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm just like it was a habit of me, like, I'm gonna do this on this day, and this on that day, and this on this day, you know, and then he would be like, oh, well, I wanted to do something with you. I wanted to go to dinner. I wanted to spend time with you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well.
But that's marriage too.
Yeah.
Because I call it, let me go have a consideration talk. And the consideration talk for me is every time I'm presented with an opportunity to do something outside of my husband, outside of the home, I go and say, hey, what you got going on? Do you have any plans for us? I want to go do this, know.
Yeah.
And so, not like you asking for permission,
Right.
but you want to have, you just want to make sure everything is well at home. I'd rather have peace at home than honestly hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and I get that.
I choose peace.
I get that.
But those consideration talks when you get into a relationship, because even when you were in that relationship, I was like, oh, wait, you're not coming with us? Like, wait a minute. But I had to respect that, and I will for, the next guy or whoever, but...
I definitely learned that I am a tad bit selfish, because I would be like, oh, that's what you want to go do? Okay. And I would be on board with it, but I just had to realize that sometimes, to me, I'm a little one-sided. But that's from being single for so long that I did not have to, consider that other person and the things they wanted to do. And, I mean, during my singleness, I would date people. Like, I would go out on dates or whatever. But they always gave me the choice. Like, what do you want to do? Where you want to go? And things like that. And I was okay with it because... that's my personality.
And that kind of leads me into one note that I had. Even when you come into a relationship or marriage or whatever, we're giving up control.
Yeah.
Because like you said, we're so used to running our schedules that we're giving up control of how we want our day to go.
Yeah.
To consider this other person.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's huge to make any relationship work.
Yeah.
I feel like I got some on my teeth, but whatever. But but yeah, just giving up that control, even outside of just seeing what the other person wants to do, like giving up control when it comes to paying bills. Now, when you get into marriage, now you got to trust somebody else to handle their part.
Yeah.
You got to trust somebody else to help out around the house. If you're married or have kids or in a relationship and kids are involved, you got to trust that person around the kids or doing right by the kids.
Right.
So it's just giving up that control and just, I mean, basically that trust is everything. And, when it comes to that.
It is.
I mean, for me, I gave up my last name. You know what I mean? Like, you really giving up a piece of yourself. Not that you're losing yourself or your identity. Traditionally, of course I chose to take on my husband's name. My choice. But, just giving up my name. And it's like, I don't know. But the thing is, you have to make sure that person is worth it. You know what I mean? Can you take on their legacy? Like, are you okay with birthing their legacy into the world and carrying their seeds and all of that stuff that matters? Like, I feel like sometimes in this society we take things so lightly and we jump in relationship and marriages not realizing that, okay, I'm gonna carry this out for the long haul. You know what I mean? Like, with that last name, like, I'm known as a Jenkins now. You know what I mean? I haven't heard my main last name twice in so long. We joke around and say things or whatever, but it's like, wow, like, you have a whole new name. And it comes with a new identity. And now when I go out the house, I'm not representing, my mom's family or just my dad's family. I'm representing my husband. You know what I mean? So you have to realize that, okay, now you're representing the whole family that you're building and how you want to carry yourself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I would just say, make sure that person is worth it when you giving up, like, and if you gave up your right to your own last name to take on your husband's last name, then you need to respect that and respect him.
Absolutely.
And, what he wants to do in the home and all of that stuff. Absolutely. I don't know why I went there, but...
I get what you're saying, though, and it also goes back to, like, who you surround yourself with, because, like, I take marriage very seriously. Like, my parents... are still married. So to me, I grew up around married people. Like, my godparents are still married. I have a lot of married friends. And I take that into consideration as well. Like, I'll be like, you ain't going with me with your married self. Like, no, ma'am.
Absolutely.
I'll be like, girl, not this time. But marriage is something that has to be respected, not only as a wife, but when you have friends who are married, people you hang out with that are married. And I think it's important to surround yourself with people in healthy marriages. And I was reading a thing on Facebook yesterday, actually, and this girl was like...
Getting her hair done?
Yeah.
I saw that too. I was going to tag you, but I'm like, I don't know. But I saw that too.
And she was like, she was getting her hair done with her friend at her friend's house who is married, and they have small children. And, she was taking care of the kids, doing her hair, but she like, okay, this is becoming too much. Let me call my husband and tell him to come get these kids. And he did. And the girl who was getting her hair done was like, whoa, he just came and got them?
As if it was like
not normal.
Right.
And she fully expected him to be like, nah.
Yeah.
Or like, nah, you handle that.
Right.
But she was like,
or to say that I'm out doing this. Why you can't, you know?
And so she sat there watching them in their marriage and their partnership and take care of the kids. And when the girl got done doing hair, she ordered her husband and kids some food.
Yeah.
Because she didn't have time to
cook for him and the kids.
And this girl was kind of blown away by it, but it made me realize that I'm around healthy relationships and healthy marriages, because to me that did not seem out of the norm.
Right.
Like, but to her it did. To me, I would be like, yeah, go cook your husband something to eat. Like, he gotta eat. Or, you know, like, take care of these kids. So it's just like, I was just really blown away that she did not realize that that's healthy.
Right.
Because she was not expecting her friend and her husband to be teammates like that.
Right, and I was just going to say, like, partners, like, really, truly partners, like, building something. And just giving up, you know, those selfish ways when he's like, well, I'm out, I can't have the kids when I'm out shopping. But just really giving up those ways for, you know, for the betterment of your family. Because
and your household.
Right, and she making money doing hair for your household, too. You know?
So I was like, wow. But I was also happy that the girl got to see it and experience that. Because, I don't know, I just think, like, dating, not so much that it takes away so much, but as a single mom, I think it's a lot of more work. And so I think that's why I have to really choose wisely when I'm dating people, because I mean, I don't want to just go to dinner to say I went to dinner with you. Like, if I go on a date with you, it's because I truly want to get to know you and spend time with you and see where the situation can go.
Right.
Because what I'm not going to do is waste a babysitter.
Okay. So... I would say, all right. I didn't expect her to go there. Like, what happened? But that was all good. So hopefully that can help somebody single, you know what I mean, with children, for real.
For real.
Okay, so another thing that I think that women give up, I mean, and some of these can go both ways. Men can give it up too. But the idea of what your relationship should look like. Because, of course, we dream about marriages as a little girl, you know, all that stuff, whatever. But we have an idea of how we want our relationship to work. And if you love that person, you expect them to fall in line with how you want to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it doesn't go like that. Like, me and my husband, we are complete opposites. You know what I mean? Like, we are... we are complete opposites, but it really is just that. And also knowing that the way they operate in a relationship is influenced on how they were raised and who they were around and how their parents was. Whether they take that and be a bad partner or a good partner. They could have bad parents and now they're an amazing partner because they don't want to be like them. Right. You know, and vice versa. But just giving up that idea how, okay, well, this is how I was raised. This is how I think we should do. No, it's like really about coming together, laying, you know, putting what you think you know aside and just trying to build together, you know. And another thing, sometimes I can, you know, I said this before, I can't stand when women are manipulative in their relationships. Like, I hate that with a passion. Like, I really do. Like, you shouldn't ever have to do something to get your husband or your person to do something. You know what I mean? And then think it's cute. Like, I hate that. Yeah. I don't know. I just hate it. I don't know why I said that either. But just giving up that what is that?
I don't know either. But it's...
I can't stand that manipulation, the manipulative type. You know what I mean? Just be real. And I feel like you can go much farther because when they found out they was played later on, you know, over something so simple, that can bring a strain or a tear in the relationship too. That
didn't have to be. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes I don't think as women we give men enough credit. Like, they hear you and they understand what we're saying. The only thing is,
come on, advocate.
Men move when they ready to move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he know you like flowers. He know you like candy, but he gonna get it when he ready to give it to you. He not gonna get it because you said you wanted some. Like, that's not a reason to him. You know what I mean? Like, men do things things because they want to do something for someone special, and they want to make you feel like they cared about you in that moment. And I think that's my thing. Sometimes I feel like women are too pushy and they put stuff out there so much, and it's like, that man gonna do what he want to do when he ready to do it, not because you keep throwing it in his face. Like,
right, let it be genuine.
Yeah,
let it be genuine.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, I don't know what that has to do with nothing, but it just made me think that stop being manipulative and stop like forcing stuff. Like, it don't have to be forced. Right. I mean, that's my thoughts anyway. I just feel like
it don't have to be forced. Y'all know how I feel about that.
That hard to get your attention, then I probably don't need it in the first place. So,
another thing I would say is women give up their bodies.
Yeah.
I mean, for women who have kids, relationship or not, I mean, you bringing in this man's seed. I mean, and your bodies, from what I see or hear, sometimes it never goes back. Like, it's serious.
It's never the same. And it's like people can bounce back. Like, you look good again, but the inside of your body is never the same. Like, your body goes through a lot to grow a person. So it's like, you definitely giving up your body because you're never the same again after growing a whole person. But I'm not one of those people who felt bad about it. Like, I am thankful that I got to give birth. A lot of people do not get to experience that, or it's hard for a lot of people. So yes, my body changed, and it ain't never been the same. But I'm grateful for my baby, and I'm grateful that God blessed me to be able to give birth to a happy, healthy baby, and for me to be healthy after giving birth.
Wow.
Because that's not something everybody gets to experience.
And the mental, is it like a mental strain? Or
it is, and it's postpartum. I honestly... like, a lot of people don't believe in postpartum. A lot of people do. I truly believe in it. And I feel like there's always some sort of postpartum, whether you notice it or not. But, I mean, having a baby completely changes your life. It completely changes, I mean, it changes your body. It changes your state of mind, your emotions, a lot of things. So I really, truly believe in postpartum to some degree. But that's why I think a lot of people suffer from postpartum. They don't get the help they need because they don't recognize it as postpartum. And that's hard. So yes, it changes you. Like, you give up who you were. You are now somebody's mom. You're no longer just you worried about you. And that's another thing, like, I commend young girls who have kids for and actually take care of their child or make the choice that they need to make for their child to have a good childhood, because it's hard and you're not you anymore. So you definitely give up a lot having babies, but I feel like it's worth it. So
that was good. Hopefully it helps somebody, encourages. I also feel like sometimes in women, and not so much in our culture, but a lot of other cultures, women give up their careers to be stay-at-home mom, which is fine. It's fine when you want to, but like in other cultures, sometimes it's expected. Yeah. Especially when they're arranged marriages, you know, stuff like that. I mean, it could be a good thing or a bad thing, however you look at it, or whatever you want. But I feel like women give up their... I feel like, why does the choice have to be on the woman? Yeah. I mean, I get it, because I'm a little traditional. But at the same time, like, what if she doesn't want to? Yeah. Or what if she wants to work? Why does it have to be her? Like, and even when it comes to, what is it called? Maternity leave, you know, or now they're starting to implement paternal leave. You know what I mean? So...
Which a lot of companies did not for a very long time. And it's like... He had a baby too. He didn't physically have a baby, but he had a baby too. You know, like, and it's kind of unfair to men that they don't get to spend that time with the baby in the beginning. Right.
Because I think my job just started it for 2 weeks though. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we're breaking through, but break through a little bit, Mom.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, and it's just like, the job that I was laid off of before I left, they implemented it as well. But they also was doing paid maternity leave, which it was not a thing in the past.
You gotta use your
vacation time and stuff, and it's kind of like I can't even have kids. Like I can lose my job, or I'm just not going to get paid, and I just had a baby. Like that's rough. Yeah. So I think I don't know. So our shirts say female is my superpower. Females are truly superheroes.
Yeah, they are.
And being female is definitely a superpower. One thing,
because I wrote some notes on this, because I was just kind of thinking about like I don't have kids, but I was trying to think about like, what do I feel like I gave up? I mean, obviously being from single to marriage, you just give up the single life period. You know what I mean? Like you don't talk to nobody, you don't none of that. You don't entertain anything. So all of that is single life. You just give all of that up, which is fine. But I put as far as on a good note, I feel like you should also have to give up always trying to figure everything out on your own. And I just think with a partner, choosing a partner and coming into a relationship or marriage, it should be a blessing and not a burden. If you feel like you still gotta figure out everything on your own and there's no support there, then that's not your mate. You know what I mean? So I just thought about that.
That's good.
Especially during tough situations. Like, it's better going through something with somebody that really has your back or has your best interest at heart, or can tell you the truth sometimes, or you know what I mean? Just to be there to like don't worry, or even somebody to say, don't worry about it, I got it. You know what I mean? Just having that, giving up that sense of control again, thinking that you always have to figure it out, or you can't tell anybody else what you're going through. You know, just having that security, that partner, you know, that mate to really be there through everything. And even if he's stressed out about it in my situation, he ain't gonna stress out about it and stress me out about it. You know what I mean? Thank God he got his group of friends that he goes to. But I know for a fact when he say he got it, he got it. You know, and I have to back off. So, you know, I think that is something good about, you know, that you leave behind. You don't have to figure everything out on your own.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
But
do you have anything else? Our shirts.
I don't think so. Yeah, our shirts.
And I love being a female. I mean,
I do too. I mean, I love being a mom. I love being a female. I think being a female and being a strong, independent female is not something everyone can conquer. It's difficult, but I feel like some of us really take it head on. And we make it work for us. And it's not for everybody. Because it's hard. But I think as females, we do more and we get through a lot of things and we don't realize how hard things are, but we got through them anyway. And when I say it's not for everybody, I mean everybody can't handle things so gracefully. But I feel like we all make do with what we have, and we get through tough situations.
We do.
And we always don't make it seem as tough and hard as it really was. And that's why I say female is my superpower, because we really do make things happen. As females, we really do. And it's because, I seen I'm going to try and find it so I can put it in the video. I can't remember what it was about, but it was like, would you give up your head start or something like that? And it was a line of women, 3 men, and they were on a track, and they all were in business attire. The men just had clear track in front of them. The women had laundry, kids, dinner, work, all of that in front of them, and then their track. So I just feel like women, we do a lot. And I mean, even as being a single mom, it's like I do everything for my baby, and now we e-learning, Lord, e-learning and keeping the house in order, getting her to bed, and then I have my free time. People always be like, girl, why you be up so late? Because that's my time of peace. Like, once she goes to bed, and she get in the bed early, but she don't go to bed early. So by the time she sleep and I can have my peace, I read my book, I watch my shows, and then I go to bed, and then I get up early and do it all over again. So that's a superpower, y'all.
Yeah.
We do a lot. Women do a lot. So
well, she wrapped it up, but thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you guys for joining us today. We comment, share, like, subscribe. I'm pretty sure it was a lot we could have said that we didn't, but what did you have to give up to be in the relationship that you're in? And we're gonna have a guy on next time to figure out what men feel like they have to give up. I hope they not just gonna say the million women they think want them, but you know.
And like she said, giving up is not always a bad thing. It's
Trust
not
me.
a bad
To not have to
thing.
figure out stuff on my own, and not that I always put it on him, but just to not have to do it by yourself. Just to have a partner who's there and support and ready to build something is,
Agreed.
You know, it's
that's why I want to be married, y'all. I want to be married. I want a partner.
Y'all know, so I can go back to try to set you up.
No. Her setups don't work.
Thank you guys. Love you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe.